Dr. Richard Hassler going to be doing a FANUC training demo video to send to FANUC Corporation in Michigan. And welcome to class. As you recall, where we left off, we'll be working in Chapter 5 right now. So if you want to go ahead and open up your book to Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is entitled Teach Pendant. We're going to be going through the sections in this book for the Teach Pendant. You're going to get an opportunity to actually get a chance to interface with it. And as I had mentioned in the previous lessons that we had, I may turn your attention from time to time up to the screen so you can actually see my virtual Teach Pendant. Okay, so what is the Teach Pendant? We've gone through some of the basic robotic systems that exist, but this is our first exposure to this Teach Pendant. So if you look there on page 39, you're going to see a bullet list of what the Teach Pendant is actually allowed to do. Motion control solely to the operator, move the robot, create and edit programs, test programs, set up production run, check status, perform manual functions, and configure applications. The Teach Pendant is pretty powerful. It's its own standalone unit. It is connected with a cord directly to the robot. When we get to the actual FANUC robot there in a little while, you're going to get an opportunity to manipulate and move the robot. So let's turn over to page 40 for a moment. I want to turn your attention to something in particular with this Teach Pendant. Look at the 3 different Teach Pendants in that picture. What I want you to look for quickly is not the older 30IA controller. I want you to compare the 30IA newer to the R-30IB and see if you can tell me what differences are. And there's one in particular I'm looking for.
The I button.
Good. That's excellent. I stands for intelligent, meaning the controllers that have the I or intelligent button have additional features that the other newer controllers do not have. You have one of those controllers. And there's one other difference I want you to notice. It's a little tougher to find.
There's a not an off one? Oh no, it's moved, sorry.
Look up on the screen for a second.
Okay.
Count the number of jog keys that you have on your controller. Then look at the R-30i newer. Count the number of jog keys. 10. Do you see a difference when you compare those pictures?
Yeah, ours has a lot more.
Yep. You've got 4 extra jog keys, 2 sets. Okay? The controllers that we have those additional keys. So I think it's pretty obvious now. Of the controllers you see in those pictures, which one do you have?
The newer one.
The 30IB.
Yep, the R-30IB, right. Now, the intelligent pendant that I was mentioning before, as you can see on page 41, this gives you an example of what the I pendants can do. Pop-up menus, color graphics interface, customized displays. They're really quite interactive. These Teach Pendants also, we're not going to get into that in this lesson, are touchscreen compatible, and you can set up on the Teach Pendant a window that gives you just what you see up here on the TV screen and what you see on your computer monitors. You can actually have that full 3-dimensional graphic excuse me, of the robot that you're going to be working with. Excuse me. Okay, let's turn over now to page 43, the top of the page. For safety purposes, you wouldn't want the Teach Pendant to be operating the robot if for some reason you let go of it. So these Teach Pendants are equipped with what's called a dead man switch. And as you can see on the back, there's 2 of these dead man switches. You do not ever have to have both of them pressed, just one. But I want you to press these switches and notice how many positions there are other than not being touched.
2.
2. You can press it. There's one that requires a little bit of pressure. Then, if you really bear down, there's a second position. What's important to know about this is the only position that lets you manipulate the robot is the middle position. If you're not touching it, can't manipulate the robot. If you're gripping it like this, you can't manipulate the robot. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think they care about whether it's pressed real hard? Without a lot of experience in industry, here's